Hey, beautiful ladies and handsome gents. I'm Bella Hilton from Studio Fertility, where I teach people a mind body energy approach to fertility and getting their lives back on track. And today, I wanted to come on here and talk to you about impatience in the fertility journey because so many of my clients and people that I talk to, when they first come to me, they're actually desperate to have their babies. And I totally get it with all that they've been through. They've usually spent a few good years and a lot of money trying already with often like failed IVFs and IUIs under their belt already. So you can imagine by the time that they speak with me, they feel like their time is definitely running out. They have a litany of examples under their belt of how this conceiving a baby is almost impossible for them to achieve, and yet they're unwilling to give up. But they feel like they've waited so long already that they want to have their baby like yesterday, right? And they're in a big push, no pun intended, to get this baby happening. But when you talk about the energy piece of what I do, this is entirely the wrong energy to be in to conceive a baby or starting an IVF cycle in. This is very masculine energy. It's very push. It's very tick off a to-do list, It's very set a goal and we have to achieve it, which is entirely the wrong energy. And while we need a healthy balance in our lives of masculine and feminine energy, we can't just live in our feminine all the time. But conceiving a baby is a very feminine energy thing. This is creating new life. We are welcoming in our baby, creating that space within our bodies for this child to grow. That's a very creative endeavor. Now, I don't know if you're in a creative field or not, but if you ever try and if you're ever trying to do a creative project, you don't do it by getting into your masculine energy. That's just totally opposite to what you do. And conceiving a baby is not something that we can force ourselves to do or to make happen. But also when I can feel my clients are in this like push state, doing everything under the sun and trying to force things to happen, there's this underlying sense of panic, of their fight or flight being constantly triggered, which also isn't a conducive state for the body to be in. No matter what their mind is telling them that this is, that they're fine. I don't care if someone does back-to-back IVF cycles, but I do care if they're going into it with the entirely wrong energy and that underlying sense of panic that they aren't even aware of, because half the time they're not aware of it. Because if your fight or flight is just on constantly, then it's not putting you in the best position. So when you are looking at this, ask yourself, is this the right next step for me? Does this IVF cycle feel good to do, or am I just so hung up on the outcome that I have to do this now? If it doesn't feel good, there might be something that you need to heal before you go on to the next stage. There's so many reasons why you might just need to take a breather before you go on. Now, I think I've said it before. Sometimes when you've been sitting in a room like with a noisy fan on all day, the noisy fan just becomes like background noise, right? You don't even notice it until someone turns it off. And then you get that sense of relief like, oh, that's better. But you weren't even aware of that stress of that noise on your body and on yourself all day until someone turned it off. Now, when we've been on the journey for so long, we start to be immune or not be aware of this noise in the background. We get used to it, right? Or our fight or flight response just being on all the time because it starts to feel normal. You start to get used to it. You just go, yeah, this is fine. Just when someone turns that switch off, which is what I do for my clients, that they start to go, oh, there's a better normal, okay? So do this right now. Take a minute to close your eyes, get into your body, jump out to the future, to a time that hasn't happened yet, where you are holding your baby in your arms and see how different you feel. Are you chasing anything? Are you pushing anything? Are you trying to do a to-do list and check off things? Are you taking a million supplements? Or are you relaxed, happy, in the moment, in your body? As you're holding your baby, did a big, noisy fan just get switched off in your body? Learning these subtle differences in your body will allow you to start to shift. Listening to your body and its needs and your intuition and the right next steps from you from a place that just feels good will serve you, so that no matter what happens, you can look back on your journey and know you did the right thing for you. And part of the right thing needs to be being healthy, mentally and emotionally, being authentic to your emotions, living life now and enjoying it as you follow that inspired path to conceiving your baby. Now, it's not easy, I know that, but it is worth it and far, far more enjoyable. And of course, I can show you how. Now, if you need a hand, just look me up or check out my website at studiofertility.com and, hit me up and see how I can help you. Or if you're watching this on Instagram, check out the links in my bio. If you're on my Facebook page, why not join my free group on there? Or on LinkedIn, just hit me up. I'm always up for a chat to see how I can help you on your journey, and I'll see you next time.